Hey folks, so we're gonna explain the drills for today, or for Tuesday, I guess. So looking to do a lot more break forces while remembering some of the defensive focus we had. So for the first drill today, we're gonna start with something that I call chaos drill. We'll have one version running on one side and then another version running on the other, but I'm just gonna demonstrate one side here. So we need groups of people, two people with one disc between them, and I need somebody to volunteer to set up a 1 minute timer at a time. And so basically these partnerships are just passing the disc back and forth. They're jogging around, working around each other, being safe, following all the regular Frisbee rules. They're just playing catch in this space, and they are just doing that. So we're gonna do 1 minute of that, just normal to get the bodies moving. The second minute, take 30 seconds to re-explain the drill so everyone remembers what it is after each rep. So the first one is just jogging around, normal speed for a minute, no big issues there. The second version, the second minute, the rule is that you have to throw a high throw, meaning one of the high release throws that I talked about, to your partner, and then you alternate with a low release. So you'll go high release throw, run and catch, low release throw, run and catch, high release throw, run and catch, low release throw, run and catch. And so the goal there is to kind of work a variety of things, a variety of throws under varying conditions, all the while being aware of what's going on. So that's minute number 2. Minute number 3, you're doing everything we've done so far. So moving into space, you're going high, low, but you're adding in a pump fake. And so what that means is if you pump fake at your target, you're going to say it's a flick force, you pump fake at your target, that cues them to change direction and you need to hit them with a backhand. And if you pump fake with the backhand, that means you need to hit them with a flick. You don't have to pump fake every time, but you should be, kind of every second or every third should include a pump fake. So now we're starting to warm up our bodies a little more with change of direction. And a little more my dynamic movement as a result. That's minute 3 was the pump fakes. And the 4th minute of this drill is speed and change of direction. So right up to this point, we haven't been doing much like really, really hard cutting. That's gonna change. And so this time it's going to be alternating like 80-90% speed out of your throw and a more comfortable jog. So it might look like throw, jog, catch, throw, hard cut, catch. And so you're going to repeat that. So after you dish it, every other time you're going to be moving hard for your partner. And it might mean that if they happen to throw a pump fake, you're going to be making a hard cut, change of direction, hard cut out of it. So that we're working on hitting people in different spaces amongst all the chaos. So there's a lot going on. It is going to be chaotic. There's probably going to be more turns than as the drill goes on, but that's okay. The goal is to work those throws in a variety of conditions in a low stakes space. So it's not a big deal if you miss a throw, but do try to operate going between high throws and low throws. Okay, so that's the chaos drill. I'm expecting that should take you about 10 to 12 minutes. The next drill is my favorite for 40 break throw drill. So if you have a lot of people, I would set it up as 2 lines facing each other and 2 lines facing each other. If you don't have a ton of people, then we could just do a line of people facing each other like that. Okay, so let's start with a flick force here. This person's got the disc. The mark is like that. First person in this line cuts out and then cuts back. And then this person tries to throw one of the 4 throws, to the break side or the around. I would say that I would like to see 3 cones set out on this side as a line that the defenders have to be on that side, or the cutters have to be on that side of. So I'll draw those in here. And the goal here is to actually push these should be far, so that it's a legitimate break throw. No one should be able to catch a disc almost directly in front of the thrower. They got to get wide. So we're trying to attack that break side a little more aggressively. Okay. 3 cones on each side of the field, which will help push the cuts that way. So we've all done 45s before, I think. After you throw, you become the next cutter to the other line, and then you cycle back in. So the first kind of like 2-3 minutes, everyone should have a couple of throws, is just normal. So you just make your cut and go. There's no restrictions there. After people have gotten comfortable with the drill and it looks like it's running smoothly, then we're going to the no fake version. And so in no fakes, you only get one move to get the disc to that space. So it's going to require us to be ready and loaded, be ready to make a single step out and commit to it 100% to make that throw. You have to be very controlled when you have the disc in your hand. You have to be very calm and then immediately explode and make your throw, which is kind of how it feels like in a game. Things are going to be happening in front of you. You have to make your choice and commit to it, and get the disc to the break side of the field. So that's going to be that. If you find that the offense is having it too easy, I would remind defenders that they know there is only going to be one move coming and that they should commit to it. As soon as they see someone step out, they should be like jumping as far as they can, and that'll put some extra pressure on that thrower there. Boom. Because if you're stepping out and the person's moving, that's a very narrow window to get the disc back across the field. So that's the second variant. And then the final one is that, there's one more after this, but after that's been going on for a while, then you get one fake and only one fake. So you can fake the flick and hit the backhand. You can fake the flick and then throw the flick. Or you can just make a throw like we did in the previous one where you just had to commit to it. But you are allowed one fake. You don't have to use it. And then depending on time and how people are feeling, the last one is just to go back to normal. And so what the progression normally that I see with this drill is when things are started off and there's no restrictions, people hit the break throws most of the time, but it's not super crisp. And then when we go to no fakes, the quality of throw actually goes up because there's a much higher commitment to it, and that improves things overall. There's usually like a little more blocks in that version, but the overall quality goes up. And then when we add one fake, that's where we see the big jump, where people are able to use a fake to create separation from their the mark, and then they can put the throws exactly where they want. So we're training those skills all together. And so that's the drills. I think that one should take you about 15 minutes if you're doing it right. It might feel like it's going long if it's going 20 minutes. But yeah, the point is to really like force us to attack the break side of the field under some different conditions. And then the last drill that I would like to run is the one that I don't think we got to do last time. And that is the 2v2 force middle. So just to remind people about that, I'd like y'all to have a little 1 yard end zone here. We're gonna play 2v2. We'll put these two on defense. We'll put green on offense with the disc in their hands. And so again, with this one, the defense is trying to work together. So I would say that they should always have their hips a little bit square towards each other so that they can see each other. And whatever side the disc is on, we're forcing it back to the middle. And so that lets these two control the pace of play a lot more. The goal isn't to stop everything together. You're not going for shutdown Ds. The goal is to make these two people swing the disc back and forth. Offense is trying to score within 10 throws, but hopefully the offense might find this a little better, having worked on some of these cheekier break throws so that they can access the space behind the disc. And I would say a winning combination for the offense is the charge to the break side. And if you have it, you get it and you gain your yards at a very valuable spot. If you don't, then the corresponding 7 cut ends up being pretty nice and to space. And defenders, you're trying to stay topside, but if they run this and they just keep seesawing back and forth, that's actually okay. You're trying to wear them down, not get the block. So yeah, 2v2, 10 throws, and then cycle everybody out. If the defense gets a block within 10 throws, then the defense has won that point. And defenders, I would remind you that this is like a less than 1 yard end zone. So it becomes very hard to get any throw deep into it, so you just don't really care about that. If they're going deep, you know that it's an incredibly hard shot. The one that's going to be more devastating is this like lateral throw. So that's why we're going to always stay kind of top side of people and owning that space. Lateral throws here are really great for us. We want to control it. So yeah, so that's the 2v2 FM drill. Offense is trying to score in 10. Defense is trying to slow things down. You can remember the switches and the rolls that we talked about for some looks there. Offense, you're trying to incorporate some of the break throws that we talked about to really attack the defenders. And then, so that should be about 15 to 20 minutes of that, which gives you about 35 to 40 minutes, I think, to scrimmage in there. If you've got lots of time, setting up 3v3 is nice because you can get a few more people into the drill. So 2 sets of 3v3 going that way, across. Or I would say if you've got 10 to 12, then playing 4v4 or 5v5, the full length is your next best bet, or even doing a little bit of both. Anyway, let me know how that feels, and please give me feedback when it's all done. Thanks, folks. Bye.